There are two ribbons that you're going to need to unplug. The big one right here and then the small one. These will actually disconnect your LCD from your main board. Alright, there's going to be two clips. They're both black and white. You're going to need to lift the black part up in order to loosen up the ribbons. Alright, so we're going to go with the big one right now first, because it is the easiest. Alright, I got the big one off. And next, the small one, there's a little really tiny clip right here to unhook the small one. You probably can't see that, but you're going to have to reach up behind it with the flathead screwdriver and carefully pry it up. Carefully. And then that unhooks your LCD from the main board. See, then you just slide it out. Then you get your new LCD and you just slide it back in and hook those things. The small one is really hard to do. That's the only part I've had problems with this. Alright, so get your big one in first, and we're going to secure this one first so it doesn't go anywhere. Alright, so I slid it in, and now I'm going to push down on it. Alright. Then next. God damn it. Here, I'm going to put down the camera. Alright, next you're going to get the smaller one, which is really hard to do. You may need to use your flathead screwdriver just to guide it in. Do not damage the motherboard or anything on the motherboard. You may need to get your flathead just to sort of guide it in there, because there are little edges and stuff that you can sort of guide it in there. Alright, so I'm going to put down the camera so I can do this. This is really hard to do. This is the only problem I've had throughout this entire thing, because it takes so long. It's really hard to do because it's a really small ribbon. Alright, there we go. And then push down so it secures the ribbon in place. Alright, now we're going to put it back together after you've done that. Now flip up the LCD just straight up. It may be hard to do the first time because it's not used to the molding and stuff, but you do bend it. Just don't rip it out. You carefully just place it like this, and now we're going to put it back in the metal frame. So carefully lift up the right side, lift the right side up. You're going to carefully place it back in between the two things. There we go. Now on the right side, make sure that none of the corners are bending over the frame or anything, because that could be bad. You don't want to open up your LCD. And then carefully push down on it. You may use a Phillips head screwdriver to make this job easier. I am not going to, because actually, yeah, I may need to. You just want to carefully push down on it. You don't want to damage the LCD. Just carefully push down on it. Don't apply too much pressure because that could be bad.